जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जी की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा नयननाथ जी की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तरसजशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तरसजशिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिष्ठ ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्तरसजशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंसा शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सर्वम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासुदेव गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जी की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि वंदे हम श्री गुरु श्री जुता पदकमला श्री गुरु वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य जय 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 श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol 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 Hari Bol. We are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. We heard Bharat Maharaj went to forest to do bhajan. Then by providence he got attached to deer. Then because of that attachment he was thinking about the deer at the time of death and he became deer. Then in the life of deer he could remember his past life and he regretted his mistake. He knew what I did wrong, why I got this deer birth. So he was then very careful not to take any bad association. Even he left his mother, deer, and he went to that same Pulahashram, was staying there and taking the remnants of sadhus and hearing Harikatha. Then in that life also he gave up that body. Then he became Jora Bharat. He was born in high Brahmin family and father was also very good. Father wanted to teach him about Brahminical duties, but because Jora Bharat was very careful that in this life also he should not fall down. So he acted as if he is mad and dull means no brain, blind and deaf, cannot hear and cannot see. Still father wanted to teach him but was unsuccessful. Then father also died. Then others, his relatives, I think brothers, yes, step brothers, they thought he's crazy. So what is the use of trying to educate him? There is no use. So they also could not understand, because they themselves were not spiritually enlightened in devotional service to the Lord. So they also could not understand the highly exalted position of Jora Bharat. Already he was realized, so for him there is no need of this Vedic education and chanting of Brahma Gayatri. Already he was in spontaneous devotion of Krishna, always thinking of him. So yesterday we heard how Bharat was living. Degraded men are actually no better than animals. The only difference is that animals have 4 legs and such men have only 2. These 2-legged animalistic men used to call Bharat mad, dull, deaf and dumb. They mistreated him, and Bharat behaved for them like a madman who was deaf, blind or dull. He did not protest or try to convince them that he was not so. If others wanted to do something, he acted according to their desires. Whatever food he would acquire by begging or by wages, and whatever came of its own accord, be it a small quantity, palatable, stale, or tasteless, he would accept and eat. He never ate anything for sense gratification, because he was already liberated from the bodily conception, which induces one to accept palatable or unpalatable food. If you misidentify with the body, then you have desire to eat good food. But if you are liberated, then you are not having such desire. Only you want to take Krishna's prasad, whatever it is. Actually, his body was as strong as a bull's, and his limbs were very muscular. He didn't care for winter or summer, wind or rain, and he never covered his body at any time. He lay on the ground and never smeared oil on his body or took a bath. Because his body was dirty, his spiritual effulgence and knowledge were covered, just as the splendor of a valuable gem is covered by dirt. He only wore a dirty loincloth and his sacred thread, which was blackish. I think blackish because of he was not keeping any cleanliness, external cleanliness. Understanding that he was born in a Brahmana family, people would call him a Brahma Bandhu and other names. Being thus insulted and neglected by materialistic people, he wandered here and there. Because, here it is written, he was a Paramahamsa and therefore did not care for any bodily comfort. He was all the time in his spiritual Swarupam and tasting that bliss of saris of Krishna, so he has no feeling of these external things. Only to keep body and soul together he would take. But he was not disturbed if someone criticizing him, insulting him. That was not affecting him at all. If I have false ego, then that will affect me. I will become disturbed. Someone is disrespecting me or criticizing me. You are mad. Then you will feel disturbed. You will protest or anything. But he was not at all concerned with these things. Yada tu parata aharam karma vetanata ihamanah sva Bratri api kedara karmani nirupitas tadapi karote kintu nasamam vishamam nyunam adikam iti veda kana pinyaka phali karana kulmasha stali purishadi ni api amritavat abhyavaharati. Bharat used to work only for food. His stepbrothers took advantage of this and engaged him in agricultural field work in exchange for some food. But actually he did not know how to work very well in the field. He did not know where to spread dirt or earth, or where to make the ground level or uneven. His brothers used to give him broken rice, oil cakes, the chaff of rice, worm-eaten grains, and burned grains that had stuck to the pot. But he gladly accepted all this as if it were nectar, because he thinks this is by the mercy of Krishna. Paramahansas, Uttamadhikaris, they are not even offering to Bhagavan. Whatever comes to them, they see it is Krishna's mercy, it is Krishna's prasad. Kanishta Adhikari has to offer physically to Diti, Bhoga, and then take prasad. Madhyam Adhikari, he can offer in mind. But Uttam Adhikari, he does not offer at all. He sees everything is Krishna. And what is coming to him, he will think this is Krishna's prasad. If someone is not on that level with such vision, he cannot imitate these things. We can theoretically know, yes, everything is Krishna's theoretically, but we don't have that realization, that vision. So we cannot imitate that kind of stage. But he had this stage, so he accepted everything is prasad. And he was like his nectar. He did not hold any grudges and ate all this very gladly. Atha kadachit kaschit vrishala patir badra kalyai purusha pashum alabha tapatya kamaha. At this time, being desirous of obtaining a son, a leader of dacoits who came from a Shudra family wanted to worship goddess Badra Kali by offering her in sacrifice a dull man who is considered no better than an animal. If you are dull-headed, then it's like animal. So he was thinking, if I will offer such man to Kali, then she will be very pleased with me, then I will get a son. Generally they will offer goat to Kali. I saw in Kolkata. Not directly I saw how they do it, but I saw one goat beheaded there. Here is body, there is head. And some other goats, they were waiting there. But I did not see. That is tamoguna, worship. It is not good. But our Gurudev also told that story, that sometimes such worshippers, they also want to offer men. They think it will be, Kali will be more pleased. And that minister and king, so they wanted to offer. So here also, he was thinking, I will give men, I will sacrifice men. Tasya Hadaiva Muktasya Pashoh Padavim Tat Anuchara Paridhavanto Nishita Samaye Tamasavritayam Anadigata Pashava Akasmikena Vidina Kedaran Vira Sanena Mriga Varahadibya Samrakshamanam Angirach Pravara Sutam Apasha. Narottam Thakur saved two sons of one some king or some wealthy, So they wanted to offer to Kali maybe goat and some other. Then Narottam Thakur told them, no, this is not good. He changed them into Vaishnavas. Then they offered flowers. Not that. Then father became angry. Then he wanted to disturb Narottam Thakur, but Narottam Thakur was not. He was protected. There is a long story about this. So Vaishnavas, they are not supporting such tamoguna worship, but they want to engage people in the worship of Krishna. The leader of the dacoits captured a man animal for sacrifice, but he escaped. Means Jora Bharat escaped. And the leader ordered his followers to find him. They ran in different directions but could not find him. Or that was maybe someone else, not Jora Bharat. They ran in different directions but could not find him. Wandering here and there in the middle of the night, covered by dense darkness, they came to a paddy field where they saw the exalted son of the Angira family, that is Jora Bharat, who was sitting in an elevated place, guarding the field against the attacks of deer and wild pigs. He was working there, nighttime. Atha ta enam anavadya lakshanam avamrisha bhartri karma nishpatim manyamana badva rasanaya chandika griham upaninyur muda vikasita vadanaha. The followers and servants of the dacoit chief considered Jora Bharat to possess qualities quite suitable for a man animal, and they decided that he was a perfect choice for sacrifice. Their faces bright with happiness, they bound him with ropes and brought him to the temple of the goddess Kali. Atha panayastam sva vidinabhishichya hatena vasasa chadya bhushanalepa tilakadibir upaskritam bhuktavantam dhupa dipamalya laja kisalayankura palo paharopetaya vaishasa samstaya mahata gita stute mridanga panava ghoshena chapurusha pashum badra kalya purata upave shayam asuh. Sanskrit prose. After this, all the thieves, according to their imaginative ritual for killing animalistic men, bathed Jora Bharat, dressed him in new clothes, decorated him with ornaments befitting an animal, smeared his body with scented oils, and decorated him with tilak, sandalwood pulp, and garlands. Tilak does not mean only like this. This is Gauriya tilak. Tilak means any kind of sign here or on other parts of body. So if you hear tilak, that does not mean only this. You have Ramanuja tilak, other type of tilak, so many different types, or dot tilak, like this. So what kind of tilak they put here? Perhaps for Kali worship, that is little. I got there in Kolkata. There they put one like orange color, little. They fed him sumptuously and then brought him before the goddess of Kali. See, they gave him to eat also. so he will be fit. So they brought him before the goddess Kali, offering her incense, lamps, garlands, parched grain, newly grown twigs, sprouts, fruits, and flowers. In this way, they worshipped the deity before killing the man-animal, and they vibrated songs and prayers and played drums and bugles. Joro Bharat was then made to sit down before the deity. Here I will read commentary by Srila Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj. In this verse, the word Svavidina, that is according to their own ritualistic principles, is very significant. According to the Vedic Shastras, everything must be done according to regulative principles. But here it is stated that the thieves and rogues devise their own process for killing an animalistic man. The Tamasic Shastras give instructions for the sacrifice on animal like a goat or buffalo. Yes, the buffalo, they wanted to offer that. Narottam Thakur asked them. Before the goddess Kali, but there is no mention of killing a man, however dull he may be. This process was manufactured by the dacoits themselves. Therefore, the word Svavidina is used, according to their own Vidi rules. Even at this time, there are many sacrifices being conducted without reference to the Vedic scriptures. For instance, in Kolkata, recently a slaughterhouse was being advertised as a temple of the goddess Kali. Meat eaters foolishly purchase meat from such shops, thinking it different from ordinary meat and taking it to be prasad of goddess Kali. That is not correct. But he's giving example of such things going on in the name of Kali. The sacrifice of a goat or a similar animal before the goddess Kali is mentioned in Shastras just to keep people from eating slaughterhouse meat and becoming responsible for the killing of animals. In Tamasic Shastra, because those people, they are already Tamasic, they want to kill indiscriminately. So, to kill, to offer goat to Kali is not meant for increasing your violence, but to regulate your violence so that gradually you can reduce that and you can advance in your consciousness to rescue from tamoguna. But those who are not eligible for tamoguna, they should not do such practices. They are meant for removing tamoguna. That is why when this was misused, that time Buddha avatar had to appear, because they were indiscriminately killing for eating meat, and they said no, it is in Vedas prescribed, but that was misuse of the process. Proper use is it will regulate you so that ultimately you will give up, but they misused. Like that, during the time of Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Siddha Pranali process was very much misused by unqualified people and unqualified disciples. So that is why Prabhupada stopped that. That you go by spontaneous revelation. Not that Guru by imagination will tell you something, but you have to do bhajan, and then that will be revealed by the grace of Krishna and bhajan. Then there is no speculation there, imagination. So here, and also there is specific mantra. There also in Manu Sanhita it is written, for those who are in Tamaguna, Mamsa, this is the Sanskrit word for meat. Even now in Bengali it is also monks. Means now I kill you, but in next life you will kill me. Means they are teaching them this becoming responsible for the killing of animals. Means there is a consequence. Or our Srila Bhaktivinoda Narayan Goswami Maharaj, he explained this in the English word also. Meat, English, meat. He told this means me eat. I am eating you now, this meat. So you will eat me. Meat. Me eat. When you are eating meat, that time you should think, he will eat me after. That will help you to give up this practice. And in Manu Sanhita, I forgot exact, but in Sanskrit that is also like this. Now I'm killing you, later you will kill me. So the conditioned soul has a natural tendency toward sex and meat eating, and also alcohol drinking. Here it is not mentioned. Consequently, the Shastras grant them some concessions. Actually, the Shastras aim at putting an end to these abominable activities, but they impart some regulative principles so that gradually meat eaters and sex hunters will be rectified. You will find in Bhagavatam there is one verse that this is natural for people, and Shastra never gives indulgence in this, never supporting, but gives some regulation so that gradually you can come out. So for those who are meat eaters, there are some sacrifices you have to do on certain days in a certain way, and that meat you can then eat, not indiscriminately. And for sex there is marriage regulation, and for alcohol there is also one yagya you give, and that is also on certain days in certain way. So that is not meant to increase these things, Vedic yagyas, but to curb to limit your that desire and gradually purify you of that desire. You will give up. So I saw there in Kolkata, not that time, but I was not at that time there, but I was, because when I was inside the temple and seeing here and there and Shiva temple and all this, then I saw one place, I did not know what is that. Then I looked inside, then I saw. So for some, that may be progressive. At least they are not indiscriminately killing, and they are offering to Kali, and like maybe progressive, if it is for his stage of consciousness, but it is not for those who are already in Rajoguna or Satyaguna or Nirguna. Devotees are in Nirguna. They are offering only what can be offered to Vishnu, Krishna, and taking that prasad. But otherwise there is Vyasadeva wrote 18 Puranas, 6 tamasic, where such things are mentioned, and 6 rajasic and 6 sattvic, because not all people are on the same level of consciousness, so they have to be encouraged from their own level for progress. Atha Vrishala Raja Panih Purusha Pashur Asrik Asa Vena Devim Badra Kalim Yakshamanas Tat Abhimantritam Asim Ati Karala Nishitam Upadade. At this time, one of the thieves, acting as the chief priest, was ready to offer the blood of Jorobharat, whom they imagined to be an animal man, to the goddess Kali to drink as a liquor. He therefore took up a very fearsome sword, which was very sharp, and consecrating it by the mantra of Bhadrakali, raised it to kill Jorobharat. Even mantra, he told. Like when you do archan, you have to purify those articles by certain mantras. Conch shell, then that vessel and bell, everything you have to purify by mantra, all paraphernalia. So he also thought this sword is used in the worship of Bhadrakali, so he also chanted mantra. Iti tesham vrishalanam rajastamah prakritinam dhana mada raja utsikta manasam bhagavat kala vira kulam kadarti krityot pathena swairam viharatam himsa viharanam karmati darunam yad brahma bhutasya shakshat brahmarshi sutasya nirvairasya sarva bhuta suhrida sunayam apyana numatam alambhanam tat upalabhya brahma tejasati durvishahena dandahyamanena vapusha saha so cha chata saiva devi Bhadra Kali. All the rogues and thieves who had made arrangements for the worship of goddess Kali were low-minded and bound to the modes of passion and ignorance. They were overpowered by the desire to become very rich. Therefore, they had the audacity to disobey the injunctions of the Vedas, so much so that they were prepared to kill Jorobharat, a self-realized soul born in a Brahmana family. Due to their envy, these dacoits brought him before the goddess Kali for sacrifice. Such people are always addicted to envious activities, and therefore they dared to try to kill Jorobharat. Jorobharat was the best friend of all living entities, because he is a pure devotee. Whatever he does is satisfying Krishna, so all are being served, and he has affection for all, seeing them in relation to Krishna. So only devotees suhridam sarvadehinam. He is friend to all living entities, only devotee, pure devotee. Others, they may be like a friend, but for some selfish purpose. And if that selfish purpose is not fulfilled, then they will become enemy. But pure devotee is really friendly to all and well-wishing to all living entities. Best friend. He was no one's enemy, and he was always absorbed in meditation on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was born of a good Brahmana father, and killing him was forbidden, even though he might have been an enemy or aggressive person. In any case, there was no reason to kill Jorobharat, and the goddess Kali could not bear this. She could immediately understand that these sinful dacoits were about to kill a great devotee of the Lord. Suddenly, the deity's body burst asunder, and the goddess Kali personally emerged from it in a body burning with an intense and intolerable effulgence. Brisham Amarsha Roshavesha Rabhasa Vilasita Bru Kuti Vitapa Kutila Damshtra Runeksha Na Topati Bhayanaka Vadana Hantu Ka Me Vedam Mahata Hasam Ati Sam Rambhena Vimunchanti Tata Utpatya Papiyasam Dushtanam Teneivasina Vivrikna Shirshnam Galat Sravantam Asrik Asavam Atyushnam Saha Ganena Nipiyati Panamada Vihvalo Chai Staram Sva Parshadeh Saha Jago Nanarta Cha Vijahara Cha Shiraha Kanduka Lilaya. Intolerant of the offenses committed, the infuriated goddess Kali flashed her eyes and displayed her fierce, curved teeth. Her reddish eyes glowed, and she displayed her fearsome features. She assumed a frightening body, as if she were prepared to destroy the entire creation. Leaping violently from the altar, she immediately decapitated, means cut off head, decapitated all the rogues and thieves with the very sword with which they had intended to kill Jor Bharat. She then began to drink the hot blood that flowed from the necks of the beheaded rogues and thieves, as if this blood were liquor. Indeed, she drank this intoxicant with her associates, who were witches and female demons. Becoming intoxicated with this blood, they all began to sing very loudly and dance as though prepared to annihilate the entire universe. At the same time, they began to play with the heads of the rogues and thieves, tossing them about as if they were balls. Because Kali, she is a devotee of Supreme Lord. All demigods, they have two aspects. One is as demigods, and they are administrators of this universe, and they offer worldly benefits to worshippers. But in another aspect, they are pure devotees of Krishna. So they know what is going on. They are aware of everything. And they are very satisfied with devotees. Our Gurudev told all demigods are very satisfied with devotees because they are worshipping their object of worship. Demigods, they know he is worshipping our master. So they are very pleased. Our Gurudev gave that example when he came to Rajpura. Every year there was preaching program there, but one year they invited our Gurudev to nearby Kali one temple. Or that was Durga temple. Durga and Kali, they are same person. Only Lila is different. From the forehead of Durga, wife of Shiva, Kali appeared for certain purpose. So that time Gurudev went there, and there was Kirtan and Harikatha. Then Gurudev told in Harikatha, we are coming in this Rajpur every year, but you never invited us before. But why this year you suddenly invited us? Because Durga herself inspired you from within your heart, because she is tired of your worship. You are actually not coming to this temple for her. You are coming for fulfillment of your own desires. Dhanam dehi, janam dehi, putram dehi, jasham dehi, you were chanting this mantra, give me fame, give me child, give me money, give me husband, give me wife. You are not coming for her. You are coming to get from her. So she's already tired of this. But it is in your mantra that at the end of that puja and everything what they're doing, you have to say Hari Bol, Durga Pritya. Means for the satisfaction of Durga, you say Hari Bol. So Gurudev explained to them, because Durga, she's a devotee of Krishna, she wants, it is for her satisfaction to hear Harikatha and Hari Kirtan, because Hari is her object of worship. Hari Bol is for her satisfaction. So she inspired you to call us here so she can hear Hari Kirtan and Harikatha. So once there was one demon, Rakta Asur. Rakta means blood. So he was such a demon, when you want to kill him, you cut him. That time, that blood which falls on the ground, there he will again reproduce himself, or other demons or something, I forgot detail, but he will be again reproduced. Immediately that new demons or the demon will start to grow from that blood when it enters the ground. So no one was actually able to kill that demon. Then they took shelter of, I think, Vishnu Bhagavan or some. Then he told, you go that place. Then from Durga's forehead here, Kali appeared. And she was very powerful, and she was sent to kill that demon. And the point was that she cut him and she expanded her tongue. That is why if you go to Kali temple, not Durga, Kali temple, you will see Kali has a like this tongue out, and very long tongue. Why? Because when she cut the demon, then with this long tongue she was drinking that blood before falling on the ground. Then in this way the demon was completely finished. But she's a pure devotee. That is why that year I was in Kolkata. Many years I was in Kolkata. But maybe in 2016 or something, I visited our Kolkata mat in 99, first time, and then almost every year. And I know that near our mat there is Kali Ghat temple, very famous. And it is original Kali temple, because when Sati gave up her body, because the father insulted Shiva, then Shiva was very sad, in separation grief. He kept Sati on. It is not in Bhagavatam this, it is in some Purana, because in Bhagavatam Sati burned her body by yoga power. But there in that Purana, the Sati Shiva took, and he was crying. Then in order to remove his separation grief, Vishnu came and cut that body of Sati into 51 pieces. They fell on the ground. They fell here in India. So this, from those parts of the body of Kali, there are 51 original temples of Kali in India. So one is Kamakya Devi in Assam, Guwahati, and other places also. And this one in Kolkata, Kali Ghat, is original. There is the finger of the foot, toe, on right foot, I think, from the right foot. So very merciful. Feet are merciful. So there is Diti. So I knew, but I never went. But one year I had birthday, so every year I used to offer some sweets to Diti and then distribute for devotees. So that year also I told to that Prabhuji, you from that shop I would like some sweets ordered and for the Diti, because in our mat they usually get from that shop. Like if there is festival, then they order many rasagulas or something. They are Hari Mishtano Mandir, Hari Mishtano Bhandar. Means their name also is Hari Mishtano, means sweet shop named Hari. That is very near our mat. So I ordered many years before from that same shop, and they sent and it was offered to Ditile. But this year they told him on phone, no, which sweet he wants. I said any, either ladu or rasgula, or then they said no, he must come here and he must show us which sweet he wants. Then I said no, I don't want to go there. Anyone they send, no problem, price no problem, nothing. But they did not agree. They were adamant, means not giving up. They said no, he must come here, otherwise we will not give. Again and again they were saying. Then I was surprised, what is this? This never happened before. Then they said no, if he will not come here, we will not give anything. Then okay. Then I went there in the evening to that shop, and I showed them this sweet. Then they said okay, 200 or how much that piece. Then I saw, when I came out, I saw that Kali temple is very near, few like maybe 50 meters more to the north. Then I thought, okay, since I am already so near, I never visited before, so let me go. Then I went, and there is a line, and there was one panda, something came, and he asked me, I said, I have no time, but I want to take darshan. Then he said, okay, the quickest is from outside, if you go that side. Then he took me, and I bowed down from, you have to keep Kali on the right side. Vishnu Bhagavan left side, Kali on the right side. So I gave Dandavat and I prayed to her for Krishna Bhakti. Because our Parangurudev told, we are not disrespecting demigods, but also not worshipping them as if they are Supreme Lord, but we are seeing them as servants of Supreme Lord and respecting them and praying to them for Krishna Bhakti. So, based on this instruction, I prayed for Krishna Bhakti, and really I felt, by the grace of Kali, spontaneously from my heart, I felt her presence, and that time like a motherly affection came in Kolkata. Then I understood why they say Kali Ma, mother. Really, I felt that motherly affection, like from Ganga. So I felt that first time in my life, like a mother. And then from my heart spontaneously, Mahamantra appeared, and I was chanting from heart. Then I understood this is her blessing. I said for Krishna Bhakti, and she gave me. By Bhakti to Krishna, automatically that chanting happens, and also by chanting, that Bhakti will increase. So I felt her grace. Then I thought this is all her arrangement. That for my birthday, she made this arrangement. I felt. Because it was impossible. They did not want to give, and I never went there, though I was near. So she called to give blessing. Then last year also I went, and that year also some arrangement was made. Yes. I went Saturday not knowing that Saturday is the day when everyone goes to that temple because it is auspicious for the worship of Kali. So I went there and people were in queue standing up to outside the temple. Then I asked, they said 3-4 hours you have to wait. Then I just went inside to little see how is the compound like this, and some they were trying to bring me in for some money. Then I called one friend I have in Kolkata. She's little connected with that temple and our temple she was coming. So I asked her, then she said, no, don't go Saturday. That is too much crowded. You go not Saturday, not Tuesday, but Wednesday or Thursday in the early morning, as early as possible. So, okay, then I went. I think it was Thursday. And I came, and that time still there was some line. And I went to stand in the line. And I was thinking I will chant Harinam and will wait how much it will be there. Then one panda came and he said, I will bring you in, you come with me. So he was bringing me and I told him, I will not give any money. Then he said, yes, no money, no money. And he was like around bringing me. Then at that time, another one panda came and he told to that first one, I will bring him in, you go. Do your things. Maybe it was not his duty that I don't know. So this second panda was bringing me around and I said, I will not pay anything. He said, no, you have to give 500 rupees if you want to skip the queue. Then I said, no, I will not pay. Then he said, then you go wait in the line. Then I said, yes, I was waiting, but I will not give money. Then I went back, line and chanting. Then immediately when I came to line, again that first panda came and he said, why? What happened? I said, he wanted money from me. Then he said, okay, you come with me. Then again with that first panda and we came around and that security guard was there and he told him he's going inside. Then that security guard told, you are alone? I said, yes, I'm alone. Okay. Go. Then again to that main temple there was some queue from front. Then I went inside and there was also queue like this around you have to go, and there also one panda saw me and he brought me in front of queue, just like next round, like 5-6 people, they can, at the time, they can go directly in front of Kali. And he put me just to that I will be next turn. And no one objected. And I was still with Mala and there, and I was waiting. I finished my round and was waiting. But no one else objected. One even, he said, you be careful about your bag. That no one will do, and all were very nice inside, those who were pandas and those who were people also waiting. No one protested. They took me in front. Then I took darshan of Kali Ma. I bowed down and I prayed for Krishna Bhakti. Then in front of her I was maybe like 1.5 minutes, how much that period is there. Then I went out. Then that panda told me that actually I was inspired by Kali. When I saw you, she inspired me that he's a good man, so you bring him inside. And he said, that is why I did. I was not doing for money, but I was inspired by Kali. I have that recording. He spoke in Bengali after. That she inspired me that he's a good man, so you bring him inside. So again I felt, why? Because the devotees, they are there to Kali and all demigods. And Shiva, we saw Prachetas. Shiva appeared to them and he said, "You are Vaishnavas, I am very pleased with you. So if we are only for Krishna Bhakti, want to pray to them, then they can make such arrangement." So here you see Kali, she's a devotee and she could not tolerate they want to sacrifice one pure devotee. She came out from the deity and with that same sword she cut those. That is also for their benefit, that they will learn that they are doing wrong. And Kali, she was drinking their blood, because Kali, that long tongue is meant for that, for drinking blood. So she was drinking, and they also played with the heads like balls. And this Bhadra Kali, this is in Kurukshetra Dham. Once, by the grace of Gurudev, when we were in Chandigarh, Punjab, we went to Kurukshetra Dham with one disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. That time our Gurudev had one eye operation in Chandigarh, so he was not going. But 2 buses, devotees, we went, and our leader was Bhakti Sharan Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, direct disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So we went there, and there are few places there to visit. Brahmakunda, then where Bhishma was lying on the arrows, and where Gita was spoken, few places. And one of the places is this Bhadrakali temple, where this happened. That Kali I also could see by her grace. We bowed down from this side, and there was some Harikatha there, and there was one Pujari, but they told us don't take any prasad here, but we got some things, but not taking prasad, because they are worshipping in another way, not in Vaishnava way. But that Kali is still there, Bhadra Kali. This one, she protected devotee. Yes, only this verse I will read. Evam eva khalu mahat abhicharati kramach kartsne natmane phalati. When an envious person commits an offense before a great personality, he is always punished in the way mentioned above. Abhichara means you misbehave, or you with devotee, or you want to harm, then you will be punished by Krishna or his devotees. Here Kali punished them. In this way she blessed them, that they can understand this is wrong activity. So tomorrow we will hear about Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gadadhar Pandit Goswami. Our Bhaktivinoda Thakur also wanted to go. There is Kali also worshipped there in his, or I think that is Durga, or maybe Kali, in his birthplace. And he wanted to go to Vrindavan for bhajan. And he went to take permission of Shiva, Tarkeshwar Mahadev. Then Tarkeshwar Mahadev said, no, I am not giving permission for you to go to Brajadham, because here is Navadip Dham. There is so much work to be done here. Here you have to do this work. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur understood that Shiva, he is a pure devotee, he wants him to discover all this, where is birthplace, where all the places, Shriva Sangha and everything, Navadip Dham Mahatma, everything, he revealed everything, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So demigods, they are devotees, but we have to pray to them for devotion. If we pray for something else, then they will also give. But if you pray for devotion, then they will give you devotion. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatatatmak Shri Gaura Huri ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Shri Shri Radha Nayananath Ji ki Jai. Jai Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Dev ki Jai. Jai Patit Pavan Shila Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Parang Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupanuga Guruvare ki Jai. Jai Shri Panchatattva Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Brinda Devi Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Jai Sarva Vigna Vinashanakari Shri Nrisinghadev ki Jai. Janantagati Vaishnav Brinda ki Jai. Jai Shri SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM ki Jai. Jai Shri Bhadra Kali Ma ki Jai. Jai Shri Jaurav Bharat ki Jai. Jai Samagata Bhakta Brinda ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Gaur Pramanande Hari Bol. Thank you all. Dandavat Pranam. Hari Bol.